So we've got some breaking news, some unfortunate news coming out of Rams camp. Odell Beckham Jr. is now going to be vaulting up in value. Van Jefferson will be vaulting up in value. Cooper Kupp will probably go up in value because of the unfortunate news to Robert Woods. Roberto Trees, one of the favorites of the fantasy football show. We love this guy. He has like 100 nicknames. Torn ACL for Roberto Trees. Torn ACL, will miss obviously the remainder of the season, which gives a boost to every individual on screen except for Stafford. Stafford was going to benefit probably from having all these wide receivers that you see right in front of your face. Would have been a good thing for Matthew Stafford to have all these weapons. I don't think it kills Stafford too much because he's still got a plethora of weapons even with Woods out. I mean, Odell, Van Jefferson, Kupp, you can't ask for better wide receivers even with just those three. But devastating news to those that have Robert Woods, Roberto Trees. It is a shame. We love the man. He is the myth, the man, the legend on the show. But, you know, Odell, that signing couldn't have come at a better time because now Odell gets to step in and fill that role. But I think the biggest benefactor, obviously Kupp is going to go up in value. Even with Odell there, Odell is not going to absorb everything that Robert Woods was doing, number one, because Odell hasn't had time to acclimate. It's going to take Odell a lot more time than 1, 2, 3, even 4 weeks to get a hold of what Roberto Trees was doing on the regular. So Van Jefferson probably is, I don't know, I would say the biggest impact goes in the direction of Van Jefferson because here's a wide receiver 3 that the Odell Beckham Jr. signing kind of crushed his value. And then now all of a sudden Van Jefferson becomes the second most reliable target for Matthew Stafford. So Van Jefferson's value skyrockets. Make sure Van Jefferson isn't on waivers because he could be an excellent wide receiver 3 go forward. And that's not to say that Odell Beckham Jr. won't get a hold of good wide receiver 2 in that offense production and potential high-end fantasy wide receiver 3 production, maybe higher. He could get a hold of that kind of production. And the way that Stafford is in this situation, like the way he spoon feeds wide receivers, wouldn't surprise me if Odell. My screen's lagging. I'm not sure why you're seeing that. But, I don't know what to tell you other than make sure Jefferson's not on waivers. Don't overreact in terms of how this is going to impact Stafford. He's going to be fine. And Odell Beckham Jr., don't expect him to be wide receiver 2 ready right away. But this will inch him further along and have him, I think, more productive than I anticipated because Van Jefferson, Woods, Kupp, that's a lot. That's a lot to try and navigate inside and start pulling targets from everybody. Odell wasn't going to be, if Woods has stayed healthy, Odell wasn't going to be, I think, popping right away. Now they're going to play him right away. Now they're going to try and force him along. Odell's going to be asked to do a whole lot more than he anticipated and the Rams anticipated, especially early on. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this develops and how quickly. Stafford is the kind of quarterback that can accelerate a person's ability to start picking things up on a regular basis. So if Odell gets spoon-fed, Odell is going to produce. And Stafford is a spoon-feeding kind of quarterback like Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown. Stafford, like you've seen with Kupp. Kupp's the first read. Odell wasn't going to affect Kupp that much. It definitely wasn't like good when Odell signed, when you had Woods healthy. But Kupp was the first read. So Stafford's reading, throwing it to Kupp. I don't know that it's changing too much. Now that Woods is out, Kupp's value probably, I don't know that it can go up, but it definitely does not go down anymore. The whole thought of, okay, Odell's going to take away from Kupp a little bit, that's gone. We don't need to worry about that anymore. Everything that Woods was doing will not be picked up by Odell Beckham Jr. Odell will definitely have more value, but it's Van Jefferson that I think benefits the most. So make sure he's not on waivers. I saw a couple super chats out here. Let me get to those real quick. Overcome says, Woods owner here, so many waiver wire decisions. Yeah, let me know what you got, Overcome. We'll try and help you navigate that. But Van Jefferson needs to be grabbed right away. This dude has the potential to be high-end wide receiver material go forward. I have no doubt about that. I liked Van Jefferson a lot before the Odell Beckham Jr. signing. So for Woods to be out, Van Jefferson is going to be fed, and I think he's going to be an excellent wide receiver 3 going forward. I like Van Jefferson a lot. Cooper Kupp, is going to continue to do what he's been doing. So I just thought I'd update you guys on that. I know a lot of people have been asking the impact. What happens to Cooper Kupp? Does Cooper Kupp's value actually go up now? I don't think it can go up. He is as good as he's going to be. He is, number 1, number 2, or number 3 overall wide receiver. So absolutely don't think his value is necessarily going up, but it certainly is no longer going down now that Woods is out for the year and Odell is on roster. What's up, Derek? What's up, Mike? What's up, Swaggy? What's up, Seclan? What's up, Sean? Damien Harris ruled out. Yeah, it might be the Brandon Bolden show. And Brandon Bolden needs to be picked up if he's available on your waiver wire. So grab Brandon Bolden for sure if he's sitting there. Jefferson is going to be a great when Odell Beckham Jr. gets hurt again. He's going to be great regardless, Engage. I understand your point, but he's going to be good regardless. But yes, if Odell does get banged up, it's Kupp and Van Jefferson. With Woods out, you don't necessarily need Odell to get hurt for Van Jefferson to do well. Van Jefferson is going to absorb a lot of what Woods was pulling in. So, and then again, Joseph, I've already addressed this, but I don't know that Kupp's value is going up. It's just no longer going to go down a little because of the Odell acquisition, bro. Now Kupp still has Odell, still has Van Jefferson. There's still 3 mouths to feed from the wide receiver perspective. It's just now you've got no Woods there to just take targets away from Kupp, or no Odell to take targets away from Kupp. Odell's going to have his hands full trying to fill the void of Robert Woods with the help of Jefferson. Dak or Stafford this week? I mean, probably Stafford, but it's close. Doesn't affect Hendy. Not really. I think having Odell there with Woods would have maybe impacted Hendy a little bit. Could have. Maybe not. I don't know. Tough to say. But I think this certainly puts things back to normalcy. Having 3 wide receivers of this caliber. Like Odell and Woods were probably on the same level. It was just that Woods was further along. Woods had the offense down. Woods is versed in the offense. Woods has the trust of Matthew Stafford. Things that Odell's not going to have right away. It's going to take Odell time. Odell's talent level, though, ability to pull in a tough catch, we'll see. And I don't know. I think this seems like one of those situations I see a lot of, like Silver, I'm glad to see you here. Where have you been, by the way? Silver Rapture's been on vacation. We haven't seen Silver Rapture here, I think, in a while. Silver, it's good to see you, buddy. Odell, a headache and a crybaby. Yeah, I mean, this could be one of those things, though, where, like, look at AB. AB was a wreck everywhere he went. But he went to a team that was winning, that was potentially going to win a Super Bowl, and he knew that, and he was happy. He was underutilized but didn't care for the first time in his career. We might be looking at that same exact thing when it comes to Odell in a Rams uniform. He might be content enough where he's like, I don't care. I know how old I am. I know how my body's not holding up. I want to win a Super Bowl. I want to be a contributor. I don't want to carry an entire team on my back. I'm tired of making a quarterback look good. I think Odell might be happy for the first time, Silver Rapture, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I think once he leaves the situation, just like if AB leaves Tampa, maybe they go back to their old tricks, bro. but this might be like a point where Odell pauses and becomes a well-behaved individual for just a little bit of time because he's in a place where he's going to win. And winning can cure a lot of desires to want to just get receptions and break records. And he's probably to the point where he's like, I can't do another long-term injury recovery process, man. I need to stay healthy. I want to win a Super Bowl. That's probably what he wants to do. Steven, thank you for the super chat. Smitty, I've gathered all the stones. Burrow, Deontay, A.J. Brown, Ridley, Najee, Cook, Eckler, Fant, Freiermuth, Pollard, Madison. Would you do any trades? Burrow, I love Burrow. A.J. Brown, Ridley, that sucks. Najee, Cook, and Eckler, 3 really good running backs, bro. And you got Madison. To have those wide receivers with those running backs, that is crazy. Assuming you can start all 3 running backs and you only need to start 2 wide receivers, you're fine. Would I trade Deontay and I don't even know what you could trade. I don't know. Like, would I trade Deontay and Burrow to upgrade into Mahomes and then just pick up like a Van Jefferson or somebody as your wide receiver too? Absolutely do that. That's how crazy I am. I'll create a void just to upgrade and beef up my lineup. Not to say I don't love Burrow, but I would try and do that if you could. If you could get a Josh Allen or a Mahomes using Burrow and Deontay, I would definitely do that and grab a wide receiver, a waiver wire wide receiver, and ride risky with that wide receiver 2 all year. Definitely. Yep. Rest in peace 2021 season for Bobby Trees. Horrible news. Value increases for Jefferson, Odell, potentially Cooper Kupp, but more so Kupp doesn't go down anymore, and he wasn't going to go down that much with the arrival of Odell, but it was definitely like not great. It was just, wonder what's going to happen. Now it's fine. Kupp ain't going down anymore. Kupp is going to be at least what he was worth before the Odell signing, which was number 1, probably wide receiver material. So I don't think he can really go up. He just no longer goes down like he could have with Odell and Van and Robert Woods, Roberto Trees, all there, and Higbee and Henderson, all trying to consume the time of Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford only has so much time to spend with each of these individuals, and now there's one less player to worry about, which means that Odell Beckham Jr. speeds along a little faster and probably matures a little quicker in the offense. And if he doesn't, guess what? Van Jefferson. And if Odell does progress fast, Van Jefferson still goes up. It's Van Jefferson. Not to the moon necessarily, but definitely into potential super high-end wide receiver 3 value. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, buddies? Tyler Johnson with Tampa, wide receivers out. Washington with Pittsburgh. Or Kirk in Arizona. Probably Kirk. I'll probably go Kirk in that situation over Kupp. I mean, he's proven it, right? Why not go with the guy that has dropped? I think for the beginning, like 3 or 4 weeks, he was like one of the top 5 wide receivers in the league. So it's not like he did it one game. Kirk's done it more than a couple games, bro. So if I had to like roll a dice on these 3 guys, it's like Kirk's already done it. I'll take my chance on that. Jefferson or Odell, bro? That's a great question. Jefferson or Odell? I don't know how to answer that question. Right now it's Van Jefferson, but could Odell eventually be worth more than Van? Could. They're probably kind of close. They probably rotate. I feel like Godwin and Evans or AB, when they're all healthy, like you didn't know which one. Kupp's always going to survive, but Odell and Van could rotate. Smitty, I told you before this, Odell Beckham Jr. top 10 rest of season. Now he's a wide receiver 1 this week. LeBron told us. I don't know about a wide receiver 1 this week. We probably want to slow our rolls a little bit on that, Robert. Wide receiver 1's a tall order for a guy that needs to acclimate, and then you already got Cooper Kupp, hogging up a ton. Like, wide receiver 1's a little lofty. Not that it can't happen in time, but I think Odell, if he stays healthy, could be high-end wide receiver 2 material, in a very short period of time. Feed him, throw him to the wolves, trial by fire, training by fire, learning by fire, throw him to the wolves. Odell's going to be asked to do more than he anticipated now that Roberto Trees is done for the season. But Robert was high on Odell before the trade, after the trade, after the Woods injury. Definitely, there's a lot of receipts on that, pal. So you'll be pretty good. Clan getting bambooed. What? Getting bambooed or getting bamboo cafe in Glendale? I thought you said getting bambooed. Is that like getting lambed? When you get bambooed, is that like getting lambed? Is that like getting Roberto Treed? Man. Fantasy owners of Roberto Treed, they feel like they got Roberto Treed today. This has been a bad year. Like in general. Everybody's getting lambed. Everybody's getting Roberto Treed. Everybody's getting bambooed. I've never been to Bamboo Cafe in Glendale. To be honest, I think I've been to Glendale maybe like 2 times in the last like 5 years. But let me know how it is. Watching your stream. Stay safe, brother. Clan, I appreciate you getting snacks and checking in. I've been to Glendale. What's that Glendale? Is it like the Glendale? Not the Pavilion. The Glendale. It's the big outside like shopping center. What's it called? I forget. Overcome. I think I got all your super chats so far. We got Gonzalez with a super chat. Was struggling with a shoulder injury all season. Van is the man. But for all the Odell Beckham Jr. owners, I will sell high. Maybe if you can get Thielen for Odell. I don't know. I'd probably rather... I think Thielen and Odell could be close right now, but maybe Odell could vault that kind of value, but we'll see. I mean, Thielen's undervalued. Would I trade Odell in a package deal right now off the excitement? Probably. Would I try and upgrade? Maybe you could upgrade into, let's say you own Madison, and as much as we worry about Cook a little bit, let's say you own Madison, but you don't own Dalvin Cook, and you own Odell Beckham Jr., and you got a running back that's clearly below Dalvin Cook. You might be able to throw Odell Beckham Jr. and under a running back valued under Cook to upgrade into Dalvin Cook while people are freaking out. Week 10 rankings. I'll go look and see what's up with the rankings, bro. Why do I feel like Freiermuth is a top 5 tight end rest of the season? Maybe because he's playing that way, broski. Freiermuth is definitely on the rise. He's got good dynasty value, like maybe a top 5 to 6 dynasty tight end potentially. Hold James Conner or sell. Depends on what you can get. Conner's good value right now. Conner could be a beast going forward, especially with Edmonds now on IR. You've got Conner looking like he could be a potential top 6 to 10 running back in a running back climate and environment where running backs are dropping like flies, bro. So Conner could, he's leading the league in rushing touchdowns. He's got, what 11 or 12 in 9 games? I think it's 11 in 9 games. Dude's a beast. Dude's an absolute beast. I hold him unless somebody comes to you and overpays, bro. Like, can you use him right now to get a Dalvin Cook and run that risk? Maybe you have Swift, maybe you have Madison. I don't see Madison on your list here. Like, I try reaching higher using Conner, but I certainly don't freak out and try and sell him in an attempt to, like, say, oh, it's too good to be true, let me get rid of him. It's upgrade or hold. Conner's in a good spot. Cardinals are going to feed him touchdowns. The Cardinals are running really, really well. That offense is so good. That defense is so good. The whole team is good. Being 8-1, they've got the league by the balls, bro. And they're just going to continue to ground and pound and be pretty much unguardable across the field. And that's without Hopkins being healthy and back. So I missed your super chat question. Okay. Let me see, Clan, what you got. I have Murray and can pick up Ryan. Who do I start? Love watching your... Okay, sorry. You have Murray and can pick up Ryan. Well, you didn't really give me much of an option here, bro. Other than you have Kyler Murray, you're waiting on him. And if not, you can pick up Ryan. Give me an option, Clan. Like Mike White or Matt Ryan, or that would be interesting. I don't know what the chat would think if Mike White was available, but I mean Matt Ryan's safe. Like I would pick up Ryan, and if Murray can't go, you play Ryan. I don't mind that. You might have to make a decision ahead of time. It looks like Murray's very questionable to go in Week 10. Let me pull up the Kyler Murray news and see if there's anything new on Kyler. But Kyler Murray, last I heard, was just a flat-out game-time decision. Yep, no update, game-time decision. And that game is at what time? Let me see. Matt Ryan, let's get the schedules correct here. Let's get the timing on point for you. Whether Matt Ryan's even... When's that Falcons game? What time? So the Falcons game is in the morning. The Cardinal game is in the afternoon. So you got to make a decision. Are there any other quarterbacks you could roll with in the afternoon? Not really. You've got Cousins, who's probably picked up. Herbert's got, Kyler, Cam. I suppose Cam, Clan. Is Cam available? You could use Cam and Kyler in that same game and decide, roll with whichever quarterback you need to at the last second there. Yeah, that's the only move you have, because otherwise you've got to make a call on Matt Ryan ahead of time. And it seems like it's going to be a true game time decision. So you're not going to know in enough time. Did I see a Jefferson for Odell? Or Jefferson or Odell? Did I really see that question? I think I had it on my screen. Fryermuth or Fant? Give me Fryermuth. Did I just see a Jefferson? Where was that? Oh, I was probably Van Jefferson. I've been getting a lot of Justin Jefferson benching questions this week, and I'm like, are you out of your mind? Crowder, Gibson, or Van at the flex? Give me Van, bro. Give me Van Jefferson at the flex. Definitely. Of these options. Overcome. Thoughts on Julio? Julio's very low-end wide receiver 3/4, bro. When he's on the field, I'm not liking Julio much at all. Lost Henry, Ridley, Ruggs, and now Woods. Matt, I'm sorry, bro. That is a ton of to get hit with. I got Hen. No, wait, what was the league? J.K. Dobbins, Christian McCaffrey, Mike Thomas, even though he was out when I drafted him, and then it was another big one. That league got hit hard. Should I start Howard, Collins, or Odell? I'd probably go Odell in that scenario. Well, what would you guys do? Collins or Odell? In the chat, let's give Evan a little help. Collins or Odell? What do you guys think? Again, I hold James Conner. I think I'm caught up there. What's up, D2W? Javonte or Carter? We'll check down Charlie. Probably Javonte, but I do like Michael Carter. I do like Michael Carter this week. That's a tough call. Traded Melvin Gordon and Bateman for Tyreek. Traded Melvin Gordon, Bateman for Tyreek. How did you do that, bro? Look for the veto police on your tail. Odell, Collins, Odell or Judy. I'm going to say probably Odell. I think Odell will demand targets his first game. It looks like Odell and Collins are pretty split, bro. Collins is safer. Odell's high risk, high reward. So hopefully that answers your question. Arizona beat writer just said it appears Kyler plans to play tomorrow, barring a setback. I think I will roll with Murray. Pick up Cam Newton though if you can, just in case that doesn't come to fruition, bro. Because what is going to happen? A game time decision means he needs to go out there and warm up. So that beat writer, I'm not saying that beat writer is wrong, but that beat writer is merely saying, in my opinion, that he's a game time call. They plan to get him out there and warm up, which is what a game time call really is you're going to see how you feel that day. So, I mean, I wouldn't lock him in by any means. I would anticipate that you may need an option. So, he's going to go out there, and if he doesn't feel right, he's not going to go. Tony, take 10 victory laps. Stu, what are you doing here? Says Austin. Stu lives here, bro. Odell over Judy. Jordan wants to confirm, even though I said Odell already. Jordan. I have people that on my text line, I won't say any names, but I got people on my text line that go, hey, who do you, and one guy on my email service too. He'll say, who should I start? And he'll say Judy or Odell, let's say. And I'll go, yeah, I'd start Odell. I mean, I like Judy, but I really think Odell is going to get some targets. They got to force him in there now. Yeah, I go Odell. Literally, we'll reply back and say, and this goes for a couple text people and the email. So, should I start Odell? Like I just told you. Is this going to require 2 emails on everything that I say? I just told you Odell Beckham Jr., broski. It's okay, Jordan. I had injuries at wide receiver. I have AJ Green, Hardman, Gage, Sutton, Van Jefferson. Who would you start at flex? I have Dylan on the bench. Van Jefferson, bro. Van Jefferson is going to have a good game. I definitely start Van. I like Van, bro. Fryer-Muth or Fant? Give me Fryer-Muth. So, Clan, I already saw your previous message right there. Broski. Ayuk over Odell. Probably Odell. I don't know. Rick, I sent you a message on Instagram, never heard back. Well, Rick, what was it regarding? Was there a reason that I tell you to contact me? Because I get like 150 DMs on Instagram a day. It's not unusual I won't see an Instagram DM. The only way I usually get back to them is when we do voice messages on the show. And then anybody leaving voice messages, I'll try and play them all. If you send me an Instagram voice message right now, I'll play it for you. How's that? Just for you, buddy boy. Just for you. Door League update. While we're here, let's do a Door League update. Door League number 1, which consists of 2 separate leagues that constitute like a division. So, Door League 1. Door League 1. We have, with a 515 total points scored so far. Wow. Cardboard Crew. Your boy Smitty was in second place, really, really close to overtaking Cardboard Crew, and then I got hit with the Dak injury. But Cardboard Crew in first place of League 1. Let's go to League 2. League 2 Is there anybody with 500 points? I don't think there is. I think Cardboard Crew is in first place. The highest scoring team is Adam. Team Adam Up is in first place of the second league, which is the second division. He's got 488 points. Adam Up's team consists of Kelsey, Godwin, and Stafford. Not to say that's not a great team, but I'm surprised that team is in second place. That's it. I mean, it's a good team, but I would have thought a different squad would have potentially had that spot. So nice job. Crafty, underrated players there. Cardboard Crew is in first place in Door League 1. And his team looks pretty solid. He's got Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, and Terry McLaurin. So he's got a bye coming up for Adams. That is Cardboard Crew. That is your standings for Door League 1, Division 1. Cardboard Crew at the top with 515. Next highest scoring team in his division, Door League 1, League 1. Your boy Smitty was right there. Second place all year until Dak went down. Team Big Drew, I think, is in second place in that particular division. And if we go over to Door League 2, there's 4 different leagues, though, that we got to look at real quickly. Door League 2. First place is in Division 1. Caleb, Kevin, and Austin Klein are first and second in Division 1. So 1075. This is what Caleb's got. His team, I don't know if you can see that. He's got Lamar Jackson, Najee Harris, David Johnson, Cordell Patterson, Thielen, Knox, Henderson, Mitchell on the bench. So his total score is 1075. Let's see if we can find anybody in Door League 2, Division 2 that has a higher score than 1075. 1075. Ooh. 50 Trey. 50K Trey. 50K Trey. 1072 Tree. I said Tree. 50K Trey. 1072. He's right behind him. His team is Kyler, Hendy, Jonathan Taylor, Debo, Deontay, Kelsey, Van Jefferson. So that's second place so far. 50K Trey. League 3 of Door League 2. We have nobody near. That's a lower scoring. And then we have Team Jordan, J Problem. J Problem's like about in 4th total place of Door League 2 with about 1040. So there you have it. Door League 1, Cardboard Crew is leading it. Door League 2, we have Caleb Kevin leading the way in Door League 2. Congrats to all of you that are right up there. Nice work, broskies. Rodney with a super chat. Stevenson or Collins from Seattle. Like Stevenson, we don't know what's up with him, so Collins for right now, bro. Collins would be the pick. Mike White or Heineke. I'd go Mike White, but it's higher risk, bro. Baytown. I'll be back tonight, guys. I'm gonna answer this and I'm gonna jump. Baytown. I think I already got to the Baytown's question. Mike White or Heineke. I'll go Mike White. It's a tough matchup, but I go Mike White. All right, guys. That's it for this show, but I'll be back tonight, midnight Eastern. Again, to sum it up, Robert Woods, torn ACL. He'll be done for the year, which means Odell Beckham Jr. is going to be force-fed and brought along quicker than expected. Van Jefferson, his value goes up a ton because this was a guy potentially getting nudged out a little bit for targets, but now with the number 2 option and Robert Woods done, Van Jefferson's going to scoop up and gobble up a lot of that target share because Odell is not going to be able to do it all right away. He's got to acclimate and get used to this offense. Not that he won't be sped along quickly by Stafford, who is very capable of spoon-feeding somebody and making them way more productive than the average quarterback would make them. Cooper Kupp was going to take a little baby hit in terms of targets maybe with the addition of Odell, but now with Robert Woods going down, Cooper Kupp probably is, I don't want to say going up in value, because how can he go up? He's already like the number one wide receiver right now, but I'd say he at least maintains and stays exactly where he was. Potentially could be looking at more targets here and there, but in general, I would say Kupp untouched now from the whole sum total of Odell coming in and Woods getting hurt. Oh, Kupp's the same. Doesn't go down at all anymore. Stafford stays about the same. Odell goes up a ton by the Woods injury. Van Jefferson goes up a lot by the Woods injury. And Woods' dynasty value goes down because now he's looking at recovering from an ACL tear next year. So, I don't know how much value he's going to have in dynasty going forward. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. We only got 52 thumbs up, but we have 180 to 200 people watching. Punch the thumbs up on your way out. It helps the channel, helps me. I will be back at midnight to go over more of this and talk about week number 10, start bench advice, all that good stuff. Leave a comment after I hit end here, and I'll try and answer your questions. If I missed any of your questions, ask me a question in the comments, and I will get to you.